Good evening, everybody. The president, faced with rebellion within his party and trying to avoid what looks like a political disaster, the result of the Obamacare train wreck. President Obama surprised nearly everyone with two announcements today. First, the president told state insurance commissioners to use what he called his enforcement discretion to permit the millions of Americans who've lost their health insurance due to Obamacare to renew those plans, even if the commissioners in so doing violate federal law. Even if they violate federal law, he said, go ahead. And he told insurance companies to continue to offer those plans, but for just 1 year. Long enough, of course, to get past the midterm elections. The contrite president even offered somewhat of an admission that his "if you like your insurance, you can keep it" promise was indeed a lie.
I am not a perfect man, and I will not be a perfect president. But I'll wake up every single day working as hard as I can on behalf of Americans out there from every walk of life, and that pledge I haven't broken. Right now, everybody is properly focused on us not doing a good job on the rollout. This one's deserved, right? It's on us.
The so-called fix, however, not sitting well with Democratic members of Congress or the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu continuing to push her Keep Your Plan bill, and at least one state insurance commissioner already saying no to the president's new plan. Fox News senior White House correspondent Wendell Goler with our report.
Bowing to pressure, largely from red state Democrats in Congress, President Obama offered a fix he said would remove the Affordable Care Act as the reason people are receiving insurance cancellation notices.
But the bottom line is insurers can extend current plans that would otherwise be canceled into 2014, and Americans whose plans have been canceled can choose to re-enroll in the same kind of plan.
Mr. Obama announced a couple of conditions. Insurers must explain what the newly grandfathered plans don't cover, and they must explain what additional coverage people would get under plans that meet Obamacare's standards. But insurers aren't required to grandfather the plans, and it's unclear how many will. The CEO of America's health insurance plans said in a written statement, quote, "Changing the rules after health plans have already met the requirements of the law could destabilize the market and result in higher premiums for consumers." Yet healthcare advisor Robert Leshevsky says companies may be reluctant to say no.
If the insurance company says this is a logistical nightmare, I'm not going to do it, who's the goat all of a sudden? It's the insurance company that refuses to do it.
Meanwhile, the Association of State Insurance Commissioners said, quote, "It is unclear how, as a practical matter, the changes proposed today by the president can be put into effect." And Washington State's insurance commissioner has already refused to do so. Mr. Obama conceded the botched rollout has been tough on Democrats who he said supported the ACA through thick and thin.
I feel deeply responsible for making it harder for them rather than easier for them.
And coming on the heels of the government shutdown, he said he and Congress have to re-earn the public's trust.
And I think it's legitimate for them to expect me to have to win back some credibility on this health care law in particular and on a whole range of these issues in general.
But in a speech in Cleveland later, the president defended his goal of expanding health insurance and vowed not to give up.
And we're not going to walk away from the 40 million Americans without health insurance. We are not going to gut this law. We will fix what needs to be fixed, but we're going to make the Affordable Care Act work.
The president's apology today followed weeks of falling poll numbers and attempts to defend and in the end explain that broken insurance promise, and reaction was split along party lines. West Virginia Democrat calling the words the sign of a leader. John Boehner spokesman said Mr. Obama was admitting what he's known and denied for years. Lou?
Wendell, thank you very much.